Hi guys, welcome back to the Seeks video. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of March. I wouldn't say Monday, but it's not Monday, it's Wednesday. And I recently got a load of new books. Some of them I got a couple weeks ago, some of them a couple months ago, like January. Some of them I got very recently. And I just thought I'd show you guys. My chair's really creaky today, sorry about that, but I just thought I'd show you guys what I got. So yeah, I've got a pile of like physical books, and then I've got some on my Kindle that I'll show you. Yeah, but let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to show you is one that I got with how did I get this? I can't remember, but I got this like February and then didn't get around to reading it for ages, and I read it recently. And it's A Conspiracy of Kings, the 4th Queen's Thief book out of 6. So I am pretty rapidly making my way through them. I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. I had a massive break. I read The Thief for my birthday and then got The Queen of Atolia and read that and got The King of Atolia and started that like a couple days after I finished The Queen of Atolia. But then I had a huge break because I didn't have another one. And then when I got this, I started book 12 of The Wheel of Time and went straight from book 12 to 13 and then 13 to 14. So there was a big gap where I wasn't actually reading anything other than The Wheel of Time. And it meant that the Conspiracy of Kings got pushed back quite a bit. But I got around to it. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I do have a slight problem with the Thief books, and that is the first book was Jen's point of view. It was all Jen's point of view, and I loved that. I felt like I got to know Jen, who is the thief of the series. And then the second book, we had parts from Jen's point of view, and we also had parts from Atolia's point of view and parts from Edis's POV. And then book 3, King of Atolia, we had like little parts from Jen's point of view and from Edis's point of view and Atolia's point of view. And then in this one we had like 1 or 2 moments from Jen's POV, which I didn't particularly like. And I know that the next one is also not from Jen's point of view, but I think the last one might be. So I'm really excited about that because I think I really want some more Jen's POV. But yeah, all in all, this was a really good buy, and I cannot wait for the next one. So the next book I got was actually my Abby, who has been on this channel. For those of you who are new here or don't know, Abby is my cousin. Her next door neighbour actually gave them, they're really good friends with their next door neighbour, Howard, and he gave them a load of books. And among those books was Matched by Ali Condi. I've read this before and I really enjoyed it. I was pretty young when I read it. I was about 9 or 10. No, we were in high school. So we must have been about 11 or 12. A bit older than I thought. But I haven't read it since. Abby got them all last summer. But I've wanted to get my own copy of them for a while now. And it's a little battered and it's a little stained and it's, you know, it's old. But it's a free book. I didn't have to pay anything for it, so I don't care what condition it's in. I will keep it. Yeah, so I got Matched. I can't actually remember much of the plot for this. I know little bits, but I can't remember the entire thing. So I need to reread this. But I don't want to reread it without the other 2. So I might have to borrow them from Abby, but I'm already asked to borrow. I'm borrowing the Red Queen series after Easter. So I need to finish the books I'm reading before I can read that. So we'll probably get around to reading this around autumn at the rate I'm going. And then I got The Vow That Twisted Fate, woo, by Catherine D. Graham. The last video I made was a review of this book. Catherine was nice enough to ask me to be on her street team for the book. I feel really lucky to be on the street team because she's such a lovely person. And if you saw my review, you know I love this book. I absolutely love it. It was amazing. The story is amazing. The characters are believable, which if you know me, you know I kind of need if I want to enjoy a book. Yeah, so, and I was given this book by Catherine. This is an art copy of the book. The book comes out, again, I'm going to say July, but it might be June. I know it's the 9th, and I know the month starts with June. No, I know the month starts with J. I know the month starts with a J. I know it's June or July, and I know that it's the 9th. So I think it's July 8th, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it down here. I will leave a link where you can pre-order the book. I really suggest going and pre-ordering this because it's definitely worth it. It's amazing. There's nothing more I can say about it without just going into a full rant on how much I love it. So we're not gonna do that. So the next one is Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I do own this already. I own it on my Kindle, and there's a story behind this, and I can't tell the story because it's got something to do with other things. So once other things have happened, I will come back and tell the story. But for now, I got a copy of Geekerella, and it came in the post, and I was really excited. And I turned it around, and the cover has been put on wrong. So it's like all wonky. So we got in touch with the bookshop because for some reason Amazon don't have the book in at the moment, which is really weird because they had it in before Christmas. But they got in touch, and we got in touch with them, and we were just like, this copy came, it is pretty much, the cover's not been put on right, it's been battered and beaten up. And they got in touch with us, they emailed back a couple days later, and they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're so sorry, this isn't usually what happens, just every now and then a book slips up, we slip up, and a book gets through. Sorry, I want to drink my coffee before it gets cold. But they gave us full refund. It was only like £4. It's not that much. And we have bought from them again. We have another copy coming. Yeah, but that was amazing customer service, and they said we could keep it, which was really nice. So I now have a copy of Geekerella. Yes. So I've got like Geekerella and Bookish. 2 out of 3. We're doing good. And now I just need Princess and the Fangirl. Yeah. So I got Geekerella. And then the last paperback book I have has a story, and I can tell you the story. So it's a Marissa Meyer book. It is Winter. It's beautiful. I'm so happy. But there's a story behind something in it. So Marissa Meyer does these competitions. She does a monthly competition on her podcast, and then last year, I can't remember when it was, but she announced that she was going to be doing an international giveaway. They're always international. But you could basically, all you had to do was go to this server, type in your email address, and then pick which book you want to win. And so there was a copy of Supernova, Cinder, Arch Enemies, a ARC copy of Arch Enemies, an advanced reader copy, which I think I asked around, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, the flames are a different colour. So I think on they're blue. I can't remember, but on one of the copies they're blue, and on the other copy they're red. I have it on my Kindle, so it's all grey. So 2 art copies. She had Scarlet and she had Winter, and they were all the old covers. None of them were the new covers. So I was like, there was none Instant Karma, obviously, and there was no Cress or Renegades. So I was like, okay, I have 2 copies of Supernova. We're not going to get another one, even though I would like to have more, because I just think it would be really cool. Arch Enemies isn't my favourite Marissa Meyer book. It's above Heartless. I don't like Heartless. That's my least favourite Marissa Meyer book. I just really didn't enjoy it. I don't need, I'm not gonna get arch enemies. Cinder, I settled for, okay, we're gonna get a Lunar Chronicles book. I was like, okay, Cinder, Scarlet. We'll go for Scarlet. Scarlet's my favorite Lunar Chronicles book. I love it. Scarlet's also my favorite Marissa Meyer character, so. But then I was about to, I entered it, clicked Scarlet, wrote my email in, submitted it, and I was about to click off and I was like, oh, I have 2 emails. I have a work email and a private email. So obviously it's private. It's a personal, that's the word. I have a work email and a personal email. Although I use both of them for work for some reason. So I was like, okay, I'm going to enter it again. And I entered for a copy of Winter. Because that's like I think that's my second favourite Lunar Chronicles book. Because it's just such a good, it's the ending and you've got the bit at the end. If you've read the books, you know what I'm talking about. So I was like, okay, I'll go for Winter. And a couple of weeks passed by and nothing happened. And then I at this point, for some stupid reason, being me, I turned off notifications for the email app on my phone. And I just went in it like once a month. And I was just like, oh, just check my email. Oh no, I'd signed up for something, so I had to go in my email. And there was a message there from Marissa Meyer's assistant. I think it's Joanne, but it might not be. And it was like, congratulations, you've won this copy of Winter. I got very excited and then realised that if I'd opened it a day later, I wouldn't have won it because it was like 3 days. There was 3 days where I could email back and it was the last day. It was very good that I opened my email. So I messaged back and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Sent like all my address, and then it was a couple months later and I was beginning to think maybe I should get in touch with them because it hadn't arrived. And I was like, no, I'll wait until Sunday. And if it hasn't arrived by Sunday, I will message them. I'll email Joanne and be like, hi, this hasn't arrived. And I was just checking that like everything's okay. And then it was like Friday, I think. And Mum was like, you got a parcel? And I opened it and it was Winter. So it's Winter, but it's a signed copy of Winter. So I was texting Abby and I was like freaking out. I was like, it arrived, look how gorgeous it is. So we were both freaking out about that. And I don't think I've shown that yet. I don't think I posted a picture on my Instagram. Because normally when it comes to stuff like that, I'm very open. I'm like, oh, I got a signed copy of this book. I got an ARC copy of this book. Oh, I got this book. But no. Not with Marissa Meyer's book. I was very, I just didn't post it. I don't know why. I think it was one of those I was just like, okay, I'm just going to wait and I'm going to just get it in my brain that I have this. It's not a gold medal. It's not a trophy, but to me, it's brilliant. And then I just never got around to posting it. So yeah, I have a signed copy of Winter by Marissa Meyer. Something that Instagram doesn't know. Yeah, so they're all the paperback books. Kindle books. And then I got a bookmark. Some of it's from the Literary Emporium and some of it isn't. I can't quite remember what's from where, but it has a reading list. You can like have your reading list on the back. So I'm thinking of saving that for a month where I'm planning on getting a lot of reading done. And then I got this little quote from, it's a Shakespeare quote, and it says, "We are such stuff as dreamers are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep," which I think is really cute. It's really pretty. And I think that's like to be put up, but the only thing that I have on my wall is that Doctor Who poster because I just like having plain walls at the moment. And then I got this little notebook, and it says, "Lock up your libraries if you like, but there is no gate, no lock, no bolt that you can set upon the freedom of my mind." And that is Virginia Woolf. That's from the Literary Emporium. This is got writing in it, as you can see. I can't show you the writing because this is a notebook that I'm writing story stuff in for not Jasmine. Different story that I can tell you that much about, because not even my cousin knows much more than that, which is big. And then I got this really pretty iron-on patch that has Austen, Bronte, Plath and Woolf written on it, and they are all female authors. And of course it has the instructions on the back, but I don't know what to stick it on. I don't have like a denim jacket or stuff like that, so and we're gonna try and stick it on something that I don't wear all that much, so it doesn't always get washed. So if you have any ideas on what I can stick it on, let me know in the comments, because I'm stuck. And then I got this really, really cute bookmark that's holding together my Oakleaf Bearer Ranger's Apprentice, and it's a little teapot, but it comes about and it has like a magnet, so you can put it, hold on, let me show you. So you can put it over the top of the page and it just kind of like fastens into place like that, so it holds the page together, so you always know where you are. And then this is my favorite, and I haven't like posted this publicly anywhere, but this is my favorite bookmark I've ever been given. I love it. I got it and I showed it to mum and we burst into laughter. My dad loves it. I love it. It's so fun. I love it. So that's in The Lord of the Rings. Yeah, but that's my little, like, I won some stuff. So I've got a couple of bookish goodies as well as books. Trying to think, do I have any? I got this really cute candle from Ruthie. It smells really nice, but this is my Lord of the Rings candle, so I never use that unless it's Lord of the Rings. And it arrived as I ran out of candles. I used all the other candles I had. So thank you, Ruthie. You saved my candle disaster. I don't know what to call it. Okay. So I got a couple books. Some of them are brand new out. Some of them have been out a while. One of them, this one that I'm going to show you, I don't know if it's still available. It's like a limited time thing. And it's a box set, and it's called Enchanted Kingdoms, and it's all fairy tale retellings. There's 20 fairy tale retellings, although I do have a little problem with this. To sell it on Amazon, they had to split it up. So they have 10 books in the box set that you can get on your Kindle. You can't get it paperback. You can only get it on Kindle. And then you get a PDF link to download the other 10 books. So I've got 10 books on my Kindle and 10 books on my phone, which is a little annoying. And the one that I wanted to read, first, is on my phone. It's in the PDF. And I don't particularly like reading on my phone. It annoys me. So we're a little annoyed. And then the next one I got is Of Goblins and Gold by Emma, I'm going to say Ham. I'm not sure if that's right. I'm really sorry to the author if I'm pronouncing her name wrong. This book I won. I won in a giveaway that the author of The Violet Twisted Fate, Catherine Graham, was doing. How many chapters am I in? I started it a couple weeks ago. I'm 11 chapters in. And I am enjoying it. It's not one of my favorite books. It feels a lot like some other books, like other fantasy books that I've read, fairy tale fantasy books. It feels a lot like them, but it is good. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The writing's really nice and the characters are really, really fun. Yeah, so recommend that. It's really good. I think the next one's coming out this year. Not sure. I think it is. And then, no, there's one more after this. Got another one. This just came out. I pre-ordered it as a Christmas present to myself because I'm kind of weird like that. And it is Princess at Heart, the 4th Rosewood Chronicles book by Connie Glynn. Oh my goodness. I read it in a day. that was the first book that I read after I finished Memory of Light, the last Wheel of Time book, and I was in like a really bad reading slump for about a week, almost a week, which is the longest I've ever not been able to read. And by the time a week kind of rolled around, I was like, oh, I want to read something. So I was like, okay, I'll pick up Rosewell Chronicles, and it cured me. It was great. I enjoyed it. I'm now dying inside because I need the next one, but I saw that it's almost finished, and it should be coming out next year, I think. So, and that's the last one. Can't believe it's almost over. I read them last year. I found them last year. I got them at the library, so I want to buy the other 3, but on my days. I totally recommend it. And then the last one that I bought is The Witch Kiss by Catherine and Elizabeth Core. If you have seen some of my other videos, you'll know that they also wrote a book series called duology called Throne of Swans and Crown of Talons. And I loved it. It was amazing. I absolutely loved it. So I was like, okay, I've got a bit of money. I'll buy The Witch Kiss. I'll have some fun and buy The Witch Kiss. Yeah. I think I'd actually bought a book, another book that I've shown you. I can't remember which one. And I had a little bit of money left over, and it was enough to buy that. And I was like, yes, winner, 2 for 1. But I haven't started. I've read the prologue. I've read the page-long prologue. But I'm really enjoying. I really enjoyed the prologue. I am gonna get around to reading the rest of it. But for those of you who don't know, the last 3 Wheel of Time books were co-written by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. Robert Jordan died before he could finish the series, but he left a load of notes. So his wife picked out Brandon Sanderson to finish the series. So we finished the Wheel of Time, and then Dad had bought one. He bought, I can't remember what it is, but he bought one of Sanderson's books on Audible. I went to listen to it, and the narrators are the same people that narrate the Wheel of Time. So we had to stop because it's the same narrators, and I don't think either of us could move on from hearing them read out Egwene and Rand and Perrin and Matt and Nynaeve and go to them reading completely new characters. That was going to be very hard. So we got one of Sanderson's books. He got Mistborn, first Mistborn book on Kindle. And he's making his way through that. I haven't started it yet. I am going to start it soon. I'm going to read The Lord of the Rings first because I've not read them and I need to read them. But yeah, that's pretty much all the books that we've got. I'm like looking at the timer and realize I've been sitting here talking for half an hour. I don't know if that's all going to make it into the final cut of the video, but my throat's killing me. Yeah, but that's the video. I've gotten some very interesting books recently, past couple months. And I know that there are more to come because I'm me and I can never stop buying books. So yeah, just gonna leave it at that, I think, before I get sucked into another one of the this is this book and this is what it's about and books. I will see you guys next time. Bye.